about doing my interview. Ha a very nice man. How you dine out to now Hana. What must be come on, everything is solid here. Come along with me as I'm going to show you around this beautiful place, this wonderful place. I hope you're going to enjoy our interview that we are about to drop. Please like, subscribe, and share so that maybe what we are doing will also help someone. And so before we start, before we drop the interview, before we drop the introduction, come along with me. Let's go. Then I have a change from Komaka for him Pomuhunsem. Na medin Efia Adofo said the money, my name is Sister Hotia, so no, I'm going to introduce her later. I wanted to mention herself, what she's doing. If you want to move on that journey, you'll be inspired by what she will tell you. So you're welcome to this show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay.
Hey! Hey, yes, I did. I was saying, some of our infancy. Hey, I'm a fancy car. I can't crack.
It's me come fancy kaka.
Okay, so I want you to introduce yourself and tell the people, say the kind of fast maybe what inspired you to do the course that you're doing right now.
Yeah, what inspired me? Okay, first of all, senior kind, Efia, Adoma, and I don't really know what inspired me to become what I'm doing today, but I know that after school, I went to nursing training and I became a nurse. Working as a nurse was very interesting and sometimes also very challenging, but I worked very hard and I had also enough fun in the work. I mean, also doing this time, I mean, we can see nurses and doctors are working very hard to save lives, you know. So
angels.
Yeah. No.
But we are angels. Come on.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so somewhere along the line, I wanted to do more because you'll be working and sometimes you ask more questions or you want to go into details. So somehow God opened a way, let me put it in that way, and I got the admission to medical school.
Okay, you said that you wanted to do more, but my question is, do you want to do more or you wanted to become somebody, let me say more? Because doing more and becoming something else, they are two different things.
Doing more.
I mean, doing more like I'm doing right now. I mean, when I'm doing more, then maybe I'll further my course and I'll go into like some Visandas or Vun manager, or you know what I mean. So that is what I would say, that doing more, but you didn't want to stay at the place, the position that you were. You wanted to upgrade yourself.
I will not say upgrade myself, because as a nurse I'm upgraded already. So
okay.
So it's not upgrading myself, but I see it in doing more in a way that's going further. You know, as you said, you can also go further. I could have gone further also in my nursing career, but I want people to understand why decisions are taken in a certain manner. You know, stand in and also do more. That's how I'll put it. Yeah.
Wow. So okay, then the next question that I'll ask you is, I just want to know, you said you went to nursing training school, then from there you had admission to enter into uni. How did you go about it? Because maybe someone will be listening to you right now and maybe feeling like he or she wants to also upgrade, become someone like you, like you're doing studying right now. So what are maybe the steps that you took that maybe can help those who are out there watching us, so that they can also maybe follow that steps?
I think the first thing is it's somehow twisting a little bit. It's somehow difficult for teenagers when they are at the end, let me say, after class 10, after class 11, after class 12 or 13 in the Abitur, and they don't know what to do. My advice is figure out what you want to do earlier. Don't push this question back and said, oh, okay, when I'm there, I will decide what to do. Because the issue is, if you are in your last term in Abitur and you are done with it, and then you decide to study medicine, and you find out my grade is not
it's not that good.
It's not all that good.
Okay.
So prepare yourself in a way that you will know the qualification you will need for the subject or the area you want to go. Try to know where your interest is. What interests you more, where does your heart beats more, or what do you want to really do, and keep your identity. Don't do something because of someone or because of it.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. Decide earlier. Think about this question earlier so that you know what you want to do. Because medical school is like, you have to have good grades for you to get admission. And in Germany, we have a central department where you can send your admission to. That means you can't stand up and go to this university and say, hello, I want to study over here. So it's not done like that. So they have a website where you have to, every student, if you want to study medicine, you have to send your files to that place. That's the normal way of entering into medical school. You finish your Abitur, you apply, and then you enter. Or you can, what I did, you can also do nursing, and then with that, somehow you enter. But doing the nursing doesn't mean that with that you have, a free chance to just enter. Still, you have to apply. But it gives you a time while waiting for you to get the admission, gather experience, see whether it's something you want to do. And also, if you have a chance of doing some internships in the hospital, in, Pflegeheim, you can also try to, go into that place, see whether working with human beings or working with people is something that you can do. So
some people will tell them they can't see blood.
Yes.
Okay, so you go there. Okay, so talking about the grades, you are saying grades. What are the requirements? Maybe give me some range. From I don't know, from 1 to 2, or from 1 to 1.5.
Yeah.
What grade do you need to enter into medicine?
Yeah, the first option I said is after Abitur, after school. So we all hear this grade 1. You have to have, or there are some people who get 0, so they are very, very good. But something, to become a doctor doesn't mean you have good grades. It's about you as a person. But
you still need a grade though.
Yes, but I'm saying how you interact with the person. You can have a good grade, but if you are not emotional intelligent, like you can't deal with human beings, then I think you lack in an area as a doctor. So I will not say you have to have good grades. I will not tell you
what grade would they require from you?
They will require the universities also don't tell you the grade, because in Germany everyone has a chance. You have a chance to enter into the university, but you have to have very, very, good grades, so that if you are competing with other students, of course they can choose you earlier. But the grades alone, it's not the way. Because I remember starting the university, the medical school, we had also people who had really, 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 really good grades, but at the end, where are they? They drop out because they couldn't, or because they don't have any experience in, because if you are entering into medical school and you are done with at school, let me see, you are used to write very, very good grades, and you come into medical school and you say your grades are now not really good, and you are dropping out. They can't deal with it. Some people can't deal with it. So what I'll say is stay focused. and fight for your dream, fight for what you want to do.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Fight for what you want to do. If you want to study it, you go for it. I think she said it rightly that the grades are not all that important, but just like you go for what you want. And if that what you wish to become a medical doctor or something else, then I think God will open a way for you.
Yeah,
so the grade, so the grade does not actually, but it matters. But
it matters a lot if you are competing with other students for the admission. But don't reduce yourself only to that grade, you know, because if doors open and if you have the chance and if you want to do, just grab your dreams and just do it.
Wow. So the last question that I'll ask you based on your background is what will you advise people that are out there? Because you said that first you went to do your training like as a nurse, then you enter into the university.
That's true, yeah.
Would you advise people to go through the same procedure as you went through? Or because people will leave their abitur, I don't know how they call it in English, abitur and
SHSS, as I think in Ghana, is after secondary school.
After secondary school, okay. You can enter straight with your grades. Or would you advise them to, as you said, to go and have some practical experience before they enter into that field?
I can't give a general, let me say, I can't say some, I can just say a general thing.
What helped you?
What helped me? For me, it was a good decision doing that because at the back of my head, I know I can step down to my work as a nurse at any time. I have the qualification.
Yeah.
So if, let me say, the plan B.
Okay, so you have some type of backbone.
Yeah, if the plan B doesn't work,
wow.
I have plan A. I'm a nurse. I can still go back to my work and work as a nurse. And the thing is, I have also gathered experience, you know, and with working with patients, and it's something, as I will say that going to a training college, also eine Ausbildung ist etwas, was kein dir wegnehmen kann. Du hast es. If you have it, you have it. So at any time you can work with it, and also the other thing is if you are a student, you can also work. I can also work as a nurse while studying and also.
Get some money there
gather a little bit.
Yeah, so I think what she said, but I think it was a good step that you took, because like you had solid foundation. Then from the foundation you built on it, and as we said, people will go and drop out and they have to start everything all over again. So. Yeah, I mean, people can make it though, like straight ahead from abitur and go to study. But I think if you are able to do as she did, I think that one also be
find your personal way. And you know, be sincere to yourself. You know, don't try to change who you are because of others. You know, so stick to your personality and know your identity.
Okay, not because everybody's doing this, you're also doing this. Not because everybody's doing this, you're doing it, but. What do you want? You have to figure out what you want, or what God has created you to be.
And
your purpose in life.
It's not easy. The way to becoming who you are is not easy.
It's not easy.
So don't be harsh to yourself.
Oh.
So you have your whole life ahead of you. So.
Okay. So we will end with our first session. That is the introduction of herself and introduction of her journey into the medical field, and we will enter into one aspect that she wants to talk about today, which is the one sickness, if you can call it. So we are going for a commercial break, and we'll be back soon. Thank you very much. I'm Kofi Adofo.
Little Reggie on the beat.